We are standing in the backyard of the highest price sale home ever in the history of Pelican Crest. We sold it.
We did it.
Nice work. Team effort by Daftarian Group.
Record.
One of our favorite listings, the listing that kept on giving and giving, one Pelican Crest Drive.
A lot of content taken here. We've taken this video before. Actually, this morning we woke up and it was literally a Category 5 storm. So we were hoping to be out here
for Newport Coast. It was a Category 5 storm.
Yeah, it was raining. Yeah. But we were hoping to be, raincoat, an umbrella, and have this whole dialogue.
This guy's got snow boots on. I just want to throw that. These are ski boots.
Aspen boots. It's cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, of course, here comes the sun, and this is what you pay for. I mean, even after a little bit of rain, boom, the view's out. Yeah.
It looked like monsoon weather at my house across the street. Drove over here, and it looks like paradise. That's why we were able to sell one Pelican Crest. The interesting thing is, not everyone knows that the buyer, the lucky buyer who got this house, is going to end up studding the house down, basically turning it into a whole different property altogether. I mean, from floor plan to finishes to look and style, but it's really the lot and these incredible breathtaking views that they ended up buying. And it really took, and we've discussed this many times, our local, trusted, knowledgeable advice between not just the seller, but to the buyer and through their agents, who also were great agents, another great team, locals.
I mean, it's super important, right?
Yeah, they knew this property. In fact, the team that represented the buyer that bought this property had sold it to our client that just sold it to a different buyer.
Right.
So things don't happen on accident in this price category. When you've got a listing over $40 million, it takes the know-how of the local agents, a lot of sensibility and a certain type of approach that's going to get people to cross the finish line. Because listen, can't talk about everything that happened, but there's a lot of gyrations in this deal, a lot of second thoughts, a lot of almost oops, deal dead. So we resuscitated this thing like it was on the operating table, and we're at the finish line, and we just stepped over.
Crossed it, baby.
Yeah. This was a team effort on all account. We actually had 5 different team members on our team involved in this deal. The other side had at least three of their team members involved in the deal. It was just a huge win. It's, again, we'll reiterate this, the highest on-market price sale ever in the history of the gate at Pelican Crest.
Yep.
And the buyer felt good about it. It's not like he felt like he overpaid when he's done with the remodel.
I mean, it's a trophy property. We were always saying in all the different videos and all the talking to people, really no matter what you pay for this, if you do what that vision is, it's going to be worth more, period.
Way more,
way more. It's one of a kind.
It is.
It's number one.
It is number one.
It was not rehearsed.
No, that was on accident. Yeah. So listen, another great ending to another great listing. This was one of our highest sales ever, top 5 sales for us on the Daftarian Group. Took about a year to sell. I don't want to lie and say we had 100 buyers. The pool was a lot smaller than that. It was definitely interesting to kind of get the buyer in escrow and then have the market completely change from just a crazy hot seller's market to more of a cooled off, little bit like recession talks in the market from late 2022 rolling into 23. Yeah. We kept the wheels on the bus, again, collectively. I don't think there's another team that could have gotten this deal done. That's, again, I'm a little bit biased, but I know there were so many different near fumbles on this deal. It was just, I had to shave my beard off for it. Let's put it that way.
I think one thing to talk about and focus on is that we're going back to pre-COVID days where, people automatically started assuming that you put a house on the market and you get multiple offers and it sells in the first, 30, 60, 90 days. A $45 million home traditionally it could take easily a year, right?
Yeah, so that's not 2 years, 3 years. I mean, that's a normal market.
Correct.
And so you've got to have agents.
We're back to that.
Yeah, we're back. And listen, this is a market that homes don't sell themselves anymore. Even you could go sub 1 million, you can go to 50 million or higher than that. And it takes agents not just who take the best photos or do the best videos, but really when the opportunity presents itself, can carry the deal forward all the way to the finish line. And again, we keep on saying this, local, local, local. You got to know the difference between Pelican Crest, Pelican Hill, Crystal Cove, all the different communities, guard gated, down by the water. I mean, you're looking at all these other great homes. Really, you can't sell people into buying these homes. You've got to give them the right data at the right time so they convince themselves. And I think that's the art of the deal, and it's keeping your cool because people could have lost their minds on this deal, one in particular. So none of these big listings ever.
Hold on,
time out. We don't have a lawnmower or a weed whacker today, but thank God the sprinklers came on. It wouldn't be a Daftarian Group video unless there was some noise issue with landscaping. Yeah. Can we get one of the guys to light up the blowers over here to get a little ambient noise?
For sure.
Yeah. So this was a fun journey. Again, team effort. This was a crazy sale. Interesting fact. The buyer that bought it was a local. The agents that represented them were local. The seller that sold the house, there's multiple properties they've owned in the same zip code. They were local. We're obviously some of the top local agents in the whole area, specifically Greater Newport. It was a locals effort for another great homeowner to be able to take this property and carry it over to what will, I think, when they're done with it, one of the nicest homes in the entire coast, but definitely one of the best properties in Pelican Crest and all of Newport Coast.
No question. No question.
So thank you guys for following along. This was an exciting journey. Thank you, Michael. Thanks to Jen on our team. Thanks to our entire team.
Tristan, Joe, everyone.
Everybody, thanks to the entire team at MWA and the wonderful seller and buyer that we had. At times they weren't wonderful, but at the end everyone's wonderful. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, ciao.